Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of General Geekery. I am Brian, and with me, as always, is JD.
Hello.
I don't, I think we're just having a random episode today. I don't think we
Yep.
have a whole lot of toy news coming up. JD and I both saw that there was a post from Hasbro about upcoming classified figures, and neither one of us was aware that the Toxo Viper was on that list.
Well, yeah. If I don't know when that was mentioned, I don't know. I don't know if it was a name only reveal. I don't know if it was. Uh, I never saw a graphic on it or anything. I don't know. I don't know if it was announced last month or months ago. I have no idea because I was watching the Full Force podcast, and Chris always has the graphic up with the product code names,
Yes.
or the pseudonyms that they use for the characters, uh the number codes that they use for the characters, and as the year goes, Chris will fill that in with which characters go with which. And I was watching it, and the Toxo Viper was up there in the same wave as Iceberg and something called Rugged Duke. And I texted Brian and I'm like, did we know there was a Toxo Viper coming? He's like, I didn't. I'm like, all right, I didn't either. So I have no idea when they confirmed that, but cool. Now I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I am too. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's been on one of my lists that we've done on the show recently.
I'm pretty sure it was on your last list.
I think so too. I would have to double check. I've got that
Um,
somewhere. I didn't pull it up, but um, one of the other toy announcements that we saw, Super Sevens doing the Reaction Plus next wave. Some interesting figures in that.
you know what? They are four of the five were straight out of the clear blue yonder.
Yeah.
Lady J wasn't a huge surprise because in that red, white, and blue 250th set, there's a red and blue Lady J. So I figured if she wasn't in the next wave, she'd be in the wave after that in her Sunbow colors.
Yeah.
And so she's in this wave. But then beyond that, they have Deep Six with the boonie hat outside of the dive gear with the
The comic
life
accurate.
preserver on. Yeah, straight from the comics. And then of all the different subsets that GI Joe has had since from '92, between '82 and '94, Super Seven's done a couple of Python Patrol, they've done a couple of Tiger Force, and
Yeah, but
I
only
never in a million years would have seen them adding to
they haven't done Reaction Plus. They've done it on the 5 points of articulation.
who the.
Seven. They haven't done any of the subsets on the Reaction
Oh,
Plus.
they have. They did Python Serpentor, who was peg
Oh,
warming here for about a week.
yeah, I forgot.
Python or the Tiger Force Snake Eyes is currently peg warming.
Uh,
There's like four of them there, and they're not going anywhere.
yeah.
So they've dipped their toe into it, but
Okay.
they went from, okay, we're going to do a couple of Python Patrol and a couple of Tiger Force to, okay, you know what, we're just going to start adding shit to Ninja Force of all the subsets. Ninja Force is one of the last that I would have expected to see
Same.
Super 7 adding brand new content to.
Yeah,
Um,
because the figure one of the figures is Cobra Commander, which never had a figure and didn't
Never.
have an unplanned or unproduced figure to my knowledge.
Nope. Nope. As
Uh,
far
and the
I've
Snake
never
Eyes
seen
is
any
different.
association between Cobra Commander and Ninja Force until this. So
Yeah, and Snake Eyes is not the same Ninja Force Snake
hell
Eyes
no,
we got
it's
really.
not even similar.
No,
This is a whole new version of Snake Eyes, and I loved it. It's got the Arashikage tattoo because he's sleeveless with like arm wraps and or like bicep wraps. And honestly, I can't. Aside of the mask, um, I can't really see Snake Eyes in it because he comes with like the razor hat and everything.
Uh,
So I love the accessory. So if I get him, I'm not going to use him as Snake Eyes, but
right.
he's pretty badass and he should be used as something. And again, I don't know that Cobra Commander. I'm not sure if he needs to be Ninja Force, but
I
I
think it,
don't care. I think it's really cool that they did it because
I think it's an interesting looking figure for sure. I have no use for a Ninja Force Cobra Commander. And the other figure that they announced was Zartan, um, which I saw some in-picture hands, and I'm not impressed with that figure. It has like zero neck. It's not a good figure.
um, I need it, but well, it's Zartan, so of course I do. I
Figures it.
did like the pictures of it with the comic pack Zartan from 2005, where they're based on the same panels of the comics.
Yeah.
So he's got the silver
Yep.
shoulder, silver, but this one is an all new sculpt, and it's a lot closer to. It's not a version one repaint, so it's got the more accurate designs to the Marvel comic, and yeah, I need it. It comes with he's got the bow and the quiver of arrows, so he can assassinate the Hardmaster. And um, yeah, I see why you don't need it, and I imagine you understand why I do.
Yeah, 100%. So on
Um,
that note, I'm hoping with the Ninja Force stuff and that particular Zartan that in an upcoming wave we have the soft and hard master figures coming.
that would be really nice because neither of them, the Soft Master, I don't think
Never
has
has
ever gotten a figure in any.
I
The Hard Master got a
think he got a
figure.
comic pack figure.
The Soft Master did.
I think so. I think he had a O-ring comic pack. I'm not 100%. I'm gonna have to double check that. I think
Yeah, you're gonna have to check on that because I don't. The Blind Master had a Retaliation figure, and I think the Hard Master had a comic two pack
it
in the
did.
25th line.
He did.
But I don't know if the Hard Master. But you know what? If the Hard Master would get a figure, I mean, if they did the Hard Master and the Soft Master, I think people would go pretty crazy for those.
I think they would as well. I'm definitely hoping. Definitely hoping. So we're gonna look that up real quick here. So
Yeah, of all the things that Super 7 could have added to, I never would have put money on Ninja Force of all things. And I love that they have all new weapons, but they're on the little weapon tree, the little sprues, the little weapon trees.
okay, no, it looks like he did not get a figure. I could have sworn that he there was a like one of the three pack comic packs, but it does not. The only ones that I'm finding are customs, so it does not. I no, yeah, no. Okay, I could have sworn he had like a one of those comic packs that nobody ever bought, but apparently not.
um,
The other little bit of GI Joe figure news, they announced that there would be a classified crossover with Tomb Raider, which
um,
is the comment section on those posts are interesting. I always try and stay out of the comment section, but occasionally I like to look at it just to gauge response, and it's very mixed.
um, I imagine there's some unhinged comments and some real uh like actually genuinely happy comments and and a mix somewhere in between those two.
I'm
Because
interested to see what they come up with.
me too. I've never played Tomb Raider. I'm mostly aware of the character because of like pop culture osmosis, magazines, like video game magazines when I was a teenager. Wizard magazine when I was a teenager. She was always in Wizard magazine. So yeah, it's a crossover between GI Joe and Tomb Raider to celebrate Tomb Raider's 30th anniversary. Um, and I am very curious to see what they're going to do with it.
I am.
Uh,
I
it's
think it,
not a crossover I would have expected, but
if
a
if it's
classified style figure of her could be amazing.
yeah, if it's I was just gonna say if it's a decent figure, I'm gonna pick it up for sure. I did play. I couldn't tell you what version of Tomb Raider. It was one of the early ones, and enjoyed it. And uh, I enjoyed the Angelina Jolie movies.
I only saw the first one. It wasn't my favorite.
Understandably so. I mean, they were definitely not. They're good popcorn movies. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Beyond that, it is not exciting cinema. I think one of the other toy announcements that we were gonna mention was JD is picking up the Jada Toys Street Fighter figures, and there's an Entertainment Earth exclusive that's glow in the dark Blanca.
Yeah. I saw that the other day and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Because we have a running joke on the show that if there's gimmicky toys and gimmicky packaging, Brian will usually pick it up. But well, this time it's my turn. I need it. I absolutely need it. The price of it is only slight. It's
It's not
typical
unreasonable.
prices, but then you add the tax and shipping, and you know what? It's expensive. It's going to be a $50 figure, but god damn it, it's a glow in the dark Blanca, and I need it. So, um, I absolutely need it. I don't know. I don't know if I've done an order through Entertainment Earth in the last decade, or if this is going to be my first order that because I made orders through them before over the years, but they always take forever getting pre-orders. So I'd always end up canceling it because I'd find whatever it was either in the store or it would be in stock at Amazon or something. So I just can't. So this might well be the first Entertainment Earth shipment that I actually receive because it'll be an exclusive. So
That's the
I'm
only thing
very
that,
curious about
yeah,
it though.
that's the only things that I've gotten from Entertainment Earth. I haven't gotten anything recently, probably in the last 10 years, probably either.
Yeah.
Order from Entertainment Earth. I usually make my wife order it for me because you get stuck on an email mailing list that is almost impossible to get off of. So
Uh
I have her order it as like a birthday present or a Christmas present, and then she has to deal with the emails for the rest of her life. Um, Plus they don't have one of the reasons I use Big Bad Toy Store over Entertainment Earth is they don't do a pile of loot like Big Bad Toy Store does.
yeah.
And I mean they're the only retailer that I know of that does, and
Yeah, they are.
it's
They're
fantastic. I absolutely love it. I will never move away from them because of that.
yeah, you get a package every 3 months that has that has ungodly amounts of toys in it, and you post a picture, and I'm just like, holy shit, that must have been a very large box. Um,
They pack
uh,
them very well. They're very tightly packed, so it's not as big as box as you would think it is.
um, well, and they all come in good condition. It's not like they're squishing anything in
Oh,
there either.
they're very
Not like when you order from Walmart. And boy, I'm glad I opened all my toys because I don't know what it's going to look like when I get it from Walmart.
no kidding. And Amazon too. Amazon's getting a little better with stuff, but when
Oh,
they
that's true. Yeah. Sometimes I'll open the box and I'm like, how was the card folded? It was in a box. Um, um,
we are still planning on doing our customizing challenge for GI Joe Extreme. Um, it's been a bit more challenging for both of us than either one of us expected, just because the parts just aren't there in the scales that we both customize in. I finally found a head for the figure that I want to do in the scale that I want. So I have that on order. Once I have the head is is always this, like, I will say this until the end of time. A custom lives or dies by the head that you use.
Yeah, in my case,
Any figure lives or dies by the head that you use.
no, I agree with that. But I've realized that the very 90s aesthetic of G.I. Joe Extreme has made finding head sculpts difficult because they all have, there's, okay, a couple of them like Sergeant or Lieutenant Stone has like the typical crew cut, but
Right.
most of GI Joe Extreme has long
Oh,
hair,
here.
wavy hair, ponytails,
Dan.
poofy hair. They're very, there's not a lot of parts out that are so very obviously 90s styled. Um, and I mean, most of the other parts aren't too bad because it's random bits of armor that serve no actual purpose,
Right.
but on muscular bodies. So they're all straight out of like comic books of the mid 90s designs.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah, the heads
very
are more difficult than I because they're just so because each of the characters really had a different look. And yeah, there's not as many parts out there as I would have anticipated. So
uh, I finally found a head that I wanted, so I've got that on order. Um, so we are still planning on doing the customizing challenge. It's just taking us longer to find parts than I thought it would. So
you know,
it is what.
um, uh,
Um, let's see. It seems like there was something else I was gonna mention for.
Haya Toys Exquisite line is now offering Zorana for pre-order, and Ryan asked me if I'm going to order it. Probably. I don't remember the website that I ordered Zartan from, so I may need a reminder on that since I think it was the same place you ordered them from. But
Cooltoysclub.com, I think is what it is.
yeah, that was it. Yeah, I'm probably going to order Zorana because
Walker Toys has started carrying them too, and that's where I was getting all my Joy Toy figures initially.
um, yeah, yeah, if I can get a hold of Zorana, I probably will because
You're gonna have to pre-order it. I would not wait on that, wait for somebody to get that in stock. I would do a pre-order on.
no, I meant I may end up doing it in the hopes that the exquisite line will be around long enough for them to give us Xandar too.
Oh,
Um,
I think I would be surprised.
the way they're going, I think it's possible.
I would expect to see a Xandar figure within the next 5 figures. That's my prediction.
Um, yeah, it's something because some of those figures come along and like the ones that are almost direct translations of classified, I don't necessarily need those. Um, but some of them they take some like liberties with,
Yeah,
and it doesn't make me want the Hyatt Toys figure more. It makes me mad that the classified figure wasn't more interesting. And in this case, the Python Viper that they put up, look, I love Python Patrol, but I've never felt the need to army build it. One of each in classified and one of each of the originals was all I ever really needed.
yeah.
But this is one that um I I don't know that I would order it, but it's unmistakably a Cobra Viper, but it's not
Yeah.
just an update of the original Cobra Viper design. And it really makes
No,
me
they're
wish that
they're
it
they're the Haya version is different than the it is not a scaled down version.
no, it's not. That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
Is it makes me mad that the classified figure,
wasn't as cool as the Haya Toys one.
yeah, because the Hyatt Toys one has very different goggles. They have a different helmet shape. They've got a whole different vest.
Yeah.
Their gear is different, and they are all around a much cooler design.
Yes.
And I really wish that the classified design had actually been more because this is like it's like an edgier looking Viper.
It is.
And
We did do an unboxing of the Haya Toys Viper figure on the show.
did
Uh,
we?
yeah, we
Uh,
did.
um,
So I have it. So, and I
um,
unboxed it on the show. You would just have to go back and find that episode, and I couldn't tell you because it's been a while.
well, in this case, I probably said the same thing then because if I remember right, I think the Cobra Viper. the non-Python Viper was the same design, and it's just so much better because the classified Viper, the initial one, the Cobra Island exclusive, it was a Cobra Viper with a few updates, but nothing special.
It was
And
not.
then and then I thought, I like when they do things that are a little more interesting with the Vipers. And then they went back and they just did the retro version, which was just a recreation of the original and sucked any and all interest out of the Cobra Viper that I would have ever had because the original Viper is a cool figure. The retro figure, if that's all you want, is an update of the original. That's fine, but neither of they don't even begin to approach the cool that of the design Haya Toys used. And yeah, I really wish the classified figures looked more like that. Like most of the Joes are just scaled down classified versions. But yeah, with some of the Cobras, they take liberties. Like the Cobra Trooper they made, again, much cooler than the classified Cobra Trooper. In fact, even till now, even the retro Cobra Trooper that Hasbro made, it's not even a good Cobra Trooper. So Hyatt Toys found a different design. They did it right.
Yeah, they did. Uh,
Yeah.
I was gonna mention that Valverse has their pre-orders. I Actually, it's not pre-orders. I think they have the stock in hand. They're going to the Dallas Fort Worth Joe convention this weekend. Um, but they have the black figures in stock.
Okay.
And
Um,
I picked up the convention exclusive figure, which was phenomenal. I ended up getting a different gun for him. Like because the gun he came with was more of a sidearm than a primary weapon, so I ended up getting a gridiron gun for him. Um, eh, but I did end up picking up another one of the or two. I picked up two of the black figures because it's
that
all
is a sweet figure.
yeah, and they're all like Navy SEAL figures basically. So I'm like, yeah,
Uh,
I probably need
Pretty
that.
much a perfect series of toys for you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Um, I was hoping to have some stuff to unbox because I had gotten a what I thought was a shipping notice, but it was the pre-shipping notice for the Punisher Hulkbuster mech.
Oh, I was hoping you had that too. Okay.
I think I yeah, I think it's well, I don't know. I just got home from work. So I think I got an email saying that it shipped, but I don't actually remember because I don't think
That's all right. The other day, I got the email from Target that said your ninja check. Your item will be in stock soon.
yeah.
So your Ninja Force R10 will be shipping soon. I don't know when soon is, but yeah, I'm like so it's basically the pre-shipment notification, and I'm like that's really annoying. So I
Yeah.
don't I don't need an email that says your shit will be shipping soon. I only need the email that said your shit is shipping. I don't care if
Okay.
it's a month or 2 months from now. Yeah, that's silly.
I got a notice from PayPal on Thursday saying I paid Hasbro for it. So it
Ah,
should be shipping soon at the very least. So I was hoping
ah.
to have it this weekend to do for the show, but it did not come. Um,
All
I
right, I got a couple of things to unbox.
I
So,
picked up a couple of Four Horsemen figures recently. Well, I've got one's on the way. I was hoping was here going to be here today, and it is not. Um, it's one that one of our guests had, and I'm like, ooh, I need that. It's the one with the koi fish head.
oh, that's such a cool looking figure.
It is. They had it on sale, so I ended up picking it up. And then there's one figure that's basically a skeleton in like armor, and it's very reminiscent of a Dungeons and Dragons figure from the 80s that was just one solid chunk of plastic. So this is like how, and I loved that figure as a kid. I ended up like the sword was sculpted down his leg. I remember cutting the sword along his leg so he could move his sword at least a little bit
Ah,
and playing,
see, you were a customizer even then.
yeah, and playing with that figure as a kid. And um so I I had the figure pre-ordered, but that was really expensive, and I'm like, and I canceled the pre-order and I regretted it. So I ended up paying a little more than I wanted for it, but I ended up getting it. And then of course I lost a piece of it when I opened it. So that was fun. I think the dog ate it.
God damn it.
Yeah. So that I do have in hand. I wasn't I could review it, I guess, but I think it's been out for a while.
I'm curious. Yeah, I think you should.
All right, I'll go grab it here in a second. Um, so yeah, I was going to mention the black from and Wave 6 from Valaverse is also in stock. They said that they will be shipping those June 8th. So they wanted to make it very clear that yes, they have them in stock and yes, they will ship them, but not until after they get back from the convention. And I've been to that Dallas Fort Worth GI Joe convention before, and it's a fun show to go to.
Nice.
Yeah. Um, Let me see. I wanted to make sure because it seemed like there was like some Marvel Legends announcements that I wanted to mention, but I don't.
I know Hulk 2099 went up for pre-order, and
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, my reaction to that when I was about 13 was ah. And now my kid who is 13, one of his favorite characters is Hulk. His reaction to that was ew.
Yeah,
So
I was actually going to ask. I wanted to know what Blake's opinion of that particular figure was. So,
um he he's very much in line with uh the average person's opinions I've heard over the years with the 2099 stuff that
yeah, it's not very good.
Spider-Man is cool. Most of the rest of them were I remember Doom 2099 being pretty cool, but
I think Ghost Rider 2099 was okay as well, but The Punisher was horrible.
yeah, most of those they left a lot to be desired. And the fact that after all these years the mutant Hulk with the he's got the main he's got the fangs, the teeth, the he honestly he looks to me, he looks more like an alternate reality version of the Abomination to me than he does any variation on the Hulk.
Yeah, fair.
I the they also put up a pre-order for they're doing 2 packs of the Fantastic Four in the
Oh
white
yeah,
Future
that was it.
Foundation uniforms.
Yep.
The Future Foundation comics were the first time I read through um Fantastic Four comics and actually thought, this is actually kind of neat because it wasn't just the Fantastic Four, who as a group I find to be they're interesting enough to make a movie out of, but then they usually make a movie that's not that great. So,
Right.
but I like when they have a bunch of other characters involved, and that's what they did with Future Foundation. But that version of the thing, especially, is my favorite. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to pre-order those. So,
All right.
um,
No, I'm skipping those completely. There was zero. I have zero interest in any of that the Future Foundation stuff. I skipped the 4-inch figures when they made those. I didn't even buy them for like custom fodder, but
I've got
novelty. It just like I don't know.
yeah,
Not
like the only member of the Fantastic Four right now we have for Marvel Legends is the Thing because he is my favorite member. But yeah, we got him a couple weeks ago actually.
nice.
Um, and and the Future Foundation version actually looks like it reuses some of these same parts with the unitard uniform, and I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. So we'll have some consistency between the two figures at least.
And I don't know if
Um,
I mentioned it on the last show, but there is a pre-order live right now for uh John Barenthal's Punisher from
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Kill,
Um, did
which
you
I
watch that yet?
did. I did watch it.
Um, was it good? I haven't seen it yet.
It was really good.
I
I'm hoping it was more than it's going to be more than one episode, or at least they're going to transition it into the next series because
it's
it very much ended on a cliffhanger.
yeah, it's considered to be a special, which I think is like a version of like the one shots they used to make. But up like a much longer version. But I think John Barenthal too is hoping that this will result in more Punisher content.
I am going
Uh,
to say I will as a mental health provider, I am going to say that if you have issues with mental health or post-traumatic stress disorder, this is not for you.
ooh, um,
It is a
so
very, very, very realistic look at post-traumatic stress disorder.
um, and
It's
I imagine he plays the hell out of it too.
he does. It's
He is amazing. I like him in everything I've seen him in.
as
Except
as a mobile crisis responder that deals with suicidal people all the time, this was hard for me to watch.
so uh,
And
yeah, I need to
And
watch
on
it.
that note, on that note, um, at the end of this show, they had a several second screen. Like if you are dealing with issues like this, please call 988. So I mean, they had the number for the suicide hotline, which hats off to Disney Plus and Marvel for addressing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have issues with that, I would skip it
Um,
because it is.
yeah, I haven't watched it because even Punisher's show, um, like the two seasons of it, it's very much a show I have to be in the mood for. Um, um, and um, lately I've been uh, I lately I've been like one night I'll watch like certain shows, and then the next night I'll just watch wholly other stuff like TV shows. I can't stick with more than a couple episodes. I can't binge TV shows at all. I just my attention span's all over the place lately.
We're
So,
still binging the Blacklist. I think we're into season 5 finally, and it is still phenomenal. I am still enjoying. I love James Spader. He is a fantastic actor.
um, I am almost finished with NCIS season 23.
And
Yes, it has been
just
renewed for season 24.
Emily
Um,
was gone last. She was at her folks last week, so I did end up binging like the first 7 episodes of Mall Shadow Lord.
oh yeah, what do you think?
I like it. It's enjoyable.
Yeah, that's excellent. Um, that is that is some of my favorite Star Wars content of the recent past. Um, I love what Sam Witwer does when he plays Maul, but everything in that show, like the animation, was beautiful. All the characters were
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm enjoying it
Um,
very much. I don't know how many episodes are in this season.
there's 10 episodes total for the
Okay.
first season.
So yeah, I've got 2 more to go.
Um,
And then we are going to The Mandalorian and Grogu tomorrow.
I saw it last night on the IMAX screen. So after you've seen it, next episode we'll discuss it. I'm gonna go again and take my kid tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got
Um,
tickets for the IMAX tomorrow. I think
um,
I think it's IMAX. I don't know. We're going tomorrow. That's all I know.
yeah, I went with my dad and his wife to the IMAX last night, and there was no way. I'm not taking my kid to the IMAX. Kid's gonna get sensory overload. But I it was just loud enough and annoying enough for me to be like, you know, like I didn't have a problem with it, but I'm like, oh yeah, no, this definitely wouldn't have worked with the kids. So we're gonna
Yeah,
go to the regular non IMAX theater tomorrow. Um,
cool. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Um, yeah, let me go grab the figure real quick and then
all right.
And I figured since JD hasn't seen it up close and personal, I would do a review of the Valor versus the Black figure as well, which I've got sitting right here. And the gun that he's holding is the aftermarket that I got for him.
Ah, okay.
So that is not his standard issue gun. He's
Oh, that's one of those gridiron hybrids.
yes,
Oh, badass.
yeah. I got him a big ass shotgun, assault rifle with a big ass shotgun. So his like primary weapon is a shotgun. So I figured I would get him a decent shotgun. So um, it's kind of just a muscular torso, but I love the head, the like Kraken style head. It
Dude,
goes
that's awesome.
it goes
That
really
hat,
well
that
with the
that
monster.
does the hat come off?
No, oh yeah, sure does.
Oh shit. Yeah, I love that style of hat, and that's really cool. Um,
It's got a removable knife on the right, and then this was his primary weapon was a sawed-off shotgun, which opens.
oh sweet.
Yeah,
Oh, I love that detail.
yeah, absolutely. This was a convention exclusive figure. Oh, and um, under the cloak, he's got a big old machete,
Oh, sweet.
which is, of course, removable.
Ooh. Um,
And
uh,
then I've seen the I'm not Facebook friends with the guy, but I've seen him post in some of the stuff that I follow. The guy that's doing the soft goods capes for these, uh, there there is a wire in this, so it's posable. The cape is posable,
ah, okay.
which is
Um,
fantastic. But I absolutely love this figure. It goes perfectly with Monster Force, Operation Monster Force figures. It goes hard just by itself. But this is, I mean, this
dude,
is
that's
my
badass.
yeah, this is my cup of tea right here. Is like the like Monster Force meets Navy SEALs kind of stuff. So this was the convention exclusive figure. I picked it up off of eBay for a semi-reasonable price. Um,
Cool.
yeah, it's the only way to get it. This particular figure. But
Um,
yeah, I absolutely love it.
yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I think it's probably going to go on my top 10 acquisitions list for the year. So
The shotgun that has the holster. Um, you know, there's two vintage GI Joe figures that I can think of off the top of my head that had shotguns strapped to their thighs. Skidmark and the Crimson Guard, the original, and like the new Crimson Guard, like classified, didn't have the shotgun strapped to his leg, and I'm like, Phil, I like everything else about that figure. The
yeah,
lack of shotgun annoys me, and I really hope that if and when Skidmark gets a classified update, I hope he has the shotgun that can strap to his leg. I love that detail.
yeah.
Um,
No, it is fantastic.
if Valiverse repaints that shotgun and holster with any other figure, I may actually have to pick it up.
The other figure that I picked up recently is Scapular, I think is how you say his name, the Crypt Breaker. And again, it's based off a D&D figure that was just a single piece, single figure.
Ah,
It had
okay.
zero articulation, but holy fuck, this thing is
Jesus.
this particular sword is an I bought separately. I think he needed a better sword than what he came
Ah,
with, so I got him a new sword, but it still has a bone handle, so it goes well with what he comes.
that is sick.
Yeah, no, this figure is amazing. This is just one of the looks that you can do. He's got several different neck pieces that you can add. Um, he has a soft goods robe
Shit.
with a leather belt and then a cloth belt that goes underneath it.
Holy shit. Dude, who makes this thing?
This is Four Horsemen.
Wow.
Uh,
Um,
he has a mask. I lost the mask, so it's like a metal mask that will fit under that you remove the like skull piece and then put the metal mask on.
ah, like the
Yeah,
helmets that look like faces. Okay.
yes. And it looks really nice. He's got a ton of gear that like clips on. He's got potions in bags that clip onto his back. He's got this little canister that clips onto his one of his belts. He's got this little bag of probably what I assume is coins that clips onto his belt. This sword, jeweled handled sword, is removable on his right side, and then on the left.
You know, that's a cool looking sword, but it reminds me of that scene in Crocodile Dundee with the that's not a sword. This is a sword. You know, I just feel
Exactly.
like
So this is the other sword that he came with, which is more
a
like,
dagger.
yeah, a dagger. He's got a blowgun in the shape of a
Oh
dragon's head, so it looks like it's made out of
shit.
ivory.
Oh shit.
Removable daggers on the belt that you can add to his to the so this belt is removable on his chest, and then the daggers are removable, and then he's got the spear that goes in his back that's removable.
I don't own anything by the Four Horsemen, but things like this make me wish I did. I totally understand why you bought this figure.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic. I
Holy shit.
This is my third Four Horsemen figure because Marcus gave me one um to customize. It was the female vampire knight, and I painted that, and then I recently got the Frankenstein figure, which I should have
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
because that thing was amazing. That it
Yeah,
was
that
box
was the one.
figure.
It had like the playset or the backdrop and everything, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you sent me pictures of that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah, no, it was fantastic. But I absolutely love this figure. This is the second release of this figure. The first one I don't think came with as much accessories, but um I like the second version better. The Paldrons are removable, so you can put the robe on and then put the shoulder pads over the robe.
Oh, sweet.
The 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 design, just kitting this figure out is a day-long process in and of itself, just because of all the stuff that he comes with. I've got a bag of hands, so he's got armored hands and leather hands, leather gloved
Ah,
hands. Um, I would have It would have been cool if they could have done skeleton hands, but I would imagine that would not have been easy to do skeleton hands in that scale. I don't know, but I absolutely love this figure. I think it's fantastic. It's a fantastic figure. Oh, his came apart in the midsection there because I was fucking with it. So yeah, everything's falling off of him now because, but
you
yeah,
fucked with it.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I'll fuck with that later. But yeah, no, I absolutely love this figure. It's that one for sure is going on my top 10 acquisitions list for the year. All right, and then JD had some stuff to unbox then too.
yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Which one do you want me to start with? The
Uh,
DC figure and a Street Fighter figure.
we'll go with the Street Fighter figure.
All right. So it was a year or so ago that I unboxed the first Chun Li figure on the show, and now this is her Player Two version. Because in the original arcade version of Street Fighter, um, you couldn't pick Player One and Player Two couldn't pick the same character.
Right.
But when Street Fighter was brought home for the I think the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo the first time, they had it was called the Champion Edition, where for
Okay.
the first time the four bosses of Shadowloo were unlocked to be playable characters, and it was the first time that player one and player two could pick the same character,
Ah,
and they would have an alternate uniform color.
right.
So this is player two of Chun Li for the Champion Edition, where
Nice.
she's wearing red instead of blue.
Blue. Right.
Um, and the funny thing is, last year I saw this figure at Target, and I didn't buy it, and I should have, because then I had to go find it on eBay. When I decided that I needed it, when I remembered it, because I saw a picture of it on Facebook. I'm like, fuck, I forgot about that figure. Well, I found a it's a deal compared to all the other listings on eBay, but it was not a deal compared to when I should have just fucking bought it in the store last year. But since I'm a dumbass, lesson learned. Um,
That was the exact same thing with this Four Horsemen figures. Like I pre-ordered it, canceled it because I was like, it's a little pricey. And then I kept seeing reviews of the figure on how awesome it was. I'm like, okay, I really want that figure. And so I got a deal compared to what the other figures were going for, but it was not a deal compared to what it was originally. So,
yeah, lesson learned.
yep,
So,
did the
um,
exact same thing with this with the Crypt Breaker figure.
um uh, well, in the Champion Edition, the player two was the player two. Her default was the red color, but it's funny because Target it was a Target exclusive last year. When I said I saw it last year at Target, it's red. So
Uh,
I get what they but yeah, she I'll get the blue one out here in a minute, but um yeah, the the hair pieces are actually light pink. The boots are light pink, and the rest is the red and gold. Yeah, I'll grab the blue one. But yeah, I really like this look for Chun Li, and it's kind of one of those when I saw it last year. I could have bought it, but I didn't. I'm like, I'll come back for it. You know how that usually works, right?
yep,
That's how it worked out in this case too.
yep.
Um, um, yeah. Hang on, let me grab the player one figure.
All right, oh, there you go.
All right, so player one versus player two.
Yeah,
Um, so I think she's a little more regal, a little more royal looking. But the accessories are the same. Same interchangeable head, same interchangeable hands that, and the same piece for her. She's got the multi-leg kick and
yeah, yeah.
um and the piece attaches to the leg. So
Sweet.
yeah, 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 it's cool. So um I'm not gonna take the extra hands out right now, or the little clear stand for the effect piece. Um, but um, yeah, I don't need with the Street Fighter line. Most of them have player two colors out. A lot of them are in like deluxe sets that you have to get really from overseas. And I'm not so much concerned with those because they come with like extra accessories, extra um, um, like diorama stuff, and I don't necessarily need all that. Sometimes I just want the alternate colors, and in this case, that's pretty much what it was for Chun Li.
Yeah, this would be a hard line to be a completist.
It would because there's a lot of exclusives. Like Big Bad Toy Store, I think they have one or two exclusives. They're the player two M Bison
Yeah.
is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive, and I think they had an exclusive Ryu like a long time ago. It's not available anymore. I think it was available overseas too, but in the U.S., I think it was exclusive to Big Bad. And then like Entertainment Earth, yeah, they've got that one. But yeah, it would be because a lot of like if you go on like Ally Express, they have a lot of them available, but um they're hard to get for reasonable prices. And honestly, I don't need them all. Thankfully, I'm not a completist because
That would be
it
hard.
would be an easier line to be a completist with than say Marvel Legends, but it'd be a lot harder to be a completist than it would to say for like GI Joe Classified. So and like I said, I don't need all the characters in their player two colors, but some of them are really cool. Like I outright bought player two M Bison in his blue get up with the red armor instead of buying the player one figure. I
Ah,
just decided, you know what, I actually like this one better. Um, the alternate Blanca, the player two Blanca has blue skin, and
yeah,
I
that's what I
thought
thought.
about, I was gonna order him until the glow in the dark one was solicited, and I'm like, nope, never mind. I don't need player two. I need glow in the dark one.
The glow in the
So
dark one's fantastic. I'm
yeah,
I'm I'm almost tempted on that just because.
yeah, it looks awesome. I'm like, no, I need that. As much as I like the player two colors, the blue is really nice. It does not compete with glow in the dark green. Um, it does not. Um,
No.
so honestly, when I set the Street Fighter figures up, I like having two Chun Li's because one can still stay with the Joe team and one can actually participate in the Street Fighter tournament. Because Street Fighter exists in my Joe verse because it was Hasbro's fault in the first place in 1993. They put them together, and it was like putting peanut butter and chocolate together for 13-year-old me. Um, so yeah, I've got a. So yeah, I'm like I don't know which one I actually prefer, but yeah, I really like that. I really like the red version. Otherwise, the other figure is one of my favorite. I like DC Comics. I grew up reading DC Comics. I'm not a big fan of the other media. I like some of the movies, don't get me wrong, but I like a bunch of the TV shows, but I'm not as big a DC fan as I am Marvel. But there are certain characters that tickled my fancy that I would put as favorites of mine ahead of some Marvel characters. But my one of my favorite DC villains is Eclipso, and I did not even know Eclipso had a figure coming out. It's brand new. It was at Target today. Um, I yeah, I didn't even know he was coming out. I saw that. I'm like, oh shit, I need it. Um, there was a DC Universe figure that Mattel put out about a decade ago that I almost bought, but I watched a video review of it, and it was a typical Mattel product with subpar articulation and very strange engineering choices. And I'm like, maybe someday. Now I don't need it. Um, I don't, I don't even mind that he's because McFarlane, they're 1/10 scale, so they're more like the 7-inch scale than the 6-inch scale.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
But
that that all of these I I that would drive me absolutely nuts. That's why I don't even look at the DC stuff is because there are DC characters that I like that I probably would buy figures of if I knew that they existed, but the fact that they won't scale with anything else that I have in the thousands of figures that I own.
and I do understand that because well, I've never been one to get too hung up on scale. There are certain times when they don't gel that it's like, oh, it could have gelled, but in this case, I justify it with the McFarlane DC line. Either the characters are supposed to be a little taller so they can get away with it. Like I have two different Wonder Woman. She's supposed to be taller than the average human, so
Sure.
she can get away with standing a head taller than most of the 6-inch figures. And like this guy, he's a demonic, uh, yeah, he's a demonic creature. So he should scale with the humans, but he's got superpowers. He can fuck. He uses there's a black diamond that holds his essence in it, and he can use the black diamond to hypnotize other people. He can also fly. He's got a telekinesis. So I I ignore the scale thing because I'm like, he's not human. He can change his size if he needs to. It's a poor justification, but I'm good with it. This is exactly what he looks like in the comics. He does not have the hat is straight out of the comics. That's classic Eclipso,
Uh,
but he actually doesn't have the rest of the classic costume, which comes off more like circus person than like a medieval like Harlequin outfit. It was a little over the top. I actually prefer this modern version because it's more the pure demon form. But yeah, I love these details.
yeah,
Um,
tattoos.
that, that is fucking cool. He comes with zero accessories aside of alternate hands that I have no use for. So, um, I really wish that he came with a hand that was holding the black
I
diamond
was gonna say that
because
would,
it's fucking integral to his character.
yeah,
But
that would have been the
sure.
perfect accessory is a diamond.
In fact, I just thought of it because he's got the open palm hands. You know what? I can heat him up. I'm gonna customize it so he's holding his fucking little diamond. Like I'm gonna heat it up, move the fingers so he's holding because this is an oversight that cannot stand.
Fair enough.
It was nothing that I had considered when I was in the store, and now that I'm like, oh, because I thought maybe I just didn't look that closely. Stupid me, since I never see this stuff ahead of time. I just popped into
Yeah,
it in the store, but yeah, I'm gonna. I also don't like the wrist articulation on the McFarlane stuff because
yeah, the ball pegs. I don't. That's just
yeah, I don't
currently unstable.
yeah, I don't yeah, it does. It annoys me. A lot of the foreign release figure like Mafex and SH Figure Arts, they use similar. I don't normally like the aesthetics of it.
No.
This one is better hidden than a lot of the McFarlane ones because I've got a few where it's an obvious, and I don't like it. But yeah, I'm gonna heat this up, reposition the hand, and find a little diamond to put in there because even if it's out of scale, I don't care. The diamond has to be there, damn it. But
That is one thing that I've never liked about. I mean, McFarlane, their sculptors are top notch, and the paint apps are fantastic, but the articulation has always sucked on
it,
everything they have ever made.
yeah, early McFarlane stuff, they were statues. They barely moved at all. The modern stuff has shitloads of articulation, but it makes them gawky more than it makes them anything else. And honestly, I really think the biggest problem with a lot of the DC figures is I think the legs are slightly too long. If they would shorten the legs a little bit, I really think that they would be closer to scale with like the Marvel Legends. But I mean, overall, I love it. I'm glad that it here, and then I'm glad that it's here. Even better that it was a fucking surprise that I didn't know was coming.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's honestly that's really hard to do these days.
oh, you mean see something that in a store that you didn't? Yeah, you're right. It really is because a lot of the times, even the new DC stuff, I'm like, I may not have seen a whole wave, but I will have seen it somewhere on Facebook or
Yeah.
whatever. But no, not in this case. I looked at all the figures in the wave and I'm like, nope, never seen any of them. So yeah, that is pretty cool. Um,
Yeah, no, I don't remember the last time I like even online, just like shopping for, window shopping on Big Bad Toy Store or eBay and being like, oh, hey, I've never seen that figure before. I need that.
I guess it's a little bit like seeing that figure list the other day in the Toxel Viper, and I'm like, how did I not? The only other accessory is a trading card with art from the comic, and at least in this case, the outfit he's wearing on the trading card matches the figure. The other, most of the other McFarlane figures I've got to come with the trading cards, they're wearing other outfits, not the one that they made the figure of. And I'm like,
Yeah.
couldn't have found the art with the outfit that matches the figure, but whatever. So yeah, so I mean, if I put them together, they
Oh,
look like Chewbacca and Han Solo. It's a little unnecessary, but as long as they're separate on the shelf, it doesn't
yeah,
bother me.
it would bug the fuck out of me. So,
Yeah, I, yeah, like Masters of the Universe, the Masterverse line, they're the same thing. They they're they're supposed to be they're supposed to be 1/12. They scale closer to 1/10, but they don't scale that well with the McFarlane figures, which are so they're both roughly 7 inches tall on average. They look gawky as hell together. So they're really, I'm glad that I can ignore it. And I I laugh because yeah, there's no way you could ignore it. It would just drive you fucking crazy.
it sure will. Yeah, no, that is I'm not okay. I was gonna say I'm not too OCD. Okay, I am, because if you go out into the collection room and look at how I have my collection set up, there's clearly some like,
There's some obsessive compulsivity there. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Um,
And to have something, it would just drive me crazy to have characters that I like that I couldn't put together from different.
yeah. Like I said, with the DC stuff, a lot of the time, like I have two different Superman figures that I bought to make that I bought them to put into one. No, I have two Superman figures. One that's an early, like first or second appearance Superman. One that's like a more '90s modern version. And that took two Superman figures for me to buy to put together to make one that I really liked. And then I had the old fashioned Superman. But Superman, while he's not supposed to be super tall, I'm like, I can go with it. Wonder Woman, like I said, otherwise, there's characters like Green Lantern I wouldn't buy because I wouldn't be able to display him with anybody. Like I said, the other guys, it's magic or supernatural or Amazonian, and there's some other way for me to excuse it, but like I wouldn't buy a regular human in this line because that would annoy the crap out of me. Like the Alfred figure and like the Lucius Fox figure, and I'm like I wouldn't buy those. They would look like giants next to my Marvel Legends, and
I
I
do
wouldn't be able
have
to stand it.
I do have one figure. But it's like an armored Batman figure. So I mean, it's super bulky, and it
So again, that one it scales just fine for what
yeah,
it is.
yeah, it
Um,
does.
like you're not putting it next to you're not that's an isolated yeah, those are special circumstances, I guess.
That is
So
the only. Well, that's not true. I was gonna say that's the only DC figure I have. I have a Batman Begins chase figure that I kept on the packaging because it was super hard to find.
well, that makes sense too.
Um, but other than that, yeah, the like armored Batman figure, I saw that. I'm like, oh, okay. I
Yeah,
have,
I need that.
yeah, I
Um,
have that, and I
yeah,
picked it up, and it scales with nothing on its own, but at the same time, there's it works just fine because it can be any size armor. It looks more like a mech than it does a suit of like a
what
armored.
the fuck are you two doing? Go find a fucking hobby that doesn't involve annoying each other or me. Cats.
Yeah,
Um,
figured.
yeah, the one is provoking the other, but every once in a while the provocation goes the other way. And I got one that's growling, one that starts hissing because she's pretty sure she's intimidating. They're completely fucking harmless, but they don't think so.
Right.
Maniacs are knocking my shit over. For they weigh a collective like 20, like I don't know. I think they're like 18 pounds between them. The amount of mess that they can create, the amount of chaos that they can bring is shocking.
Oh, I don't doubt it. But I think
That
that's about it. I don't think I had anything else.
I
Um,
don't think so either. I really just wanted to do an episode. So um
yeah, and I
I
was
really
supposed
just
to have some stuff to unbox, but yeah, again, it didn't show up. But I did have some stuff that I wanted to review and just didn't. So the Black Series figure and the Four Horsemen. Uh, I'm oh, I do have another Four Horsemen figure. They did a head pack. So I like the unmasked head. It was one of the space figures. It was a armored um, female figure, and I liked the unmasked head that they did. And they're releasing those later this year. So I bought the figure that it goes with ahead of time.
ah
So I'm waiting for.
ahead of time.
So
Um,
it was a red head, and
I
I'm like a red head in space black armor. I'm like,
was gonna say I'm not shocked by it. Yeah, you're like it was a redhead. I'm like almost didn't need to say it. I had a feeling.
yeah, yeah. So I saw that. I'm like, yeah, okay, I need that. I'd it's a line that I'm glad that I don't collect because they make so much awesome stuff
Oh,
that
the Four Horsemen line is one that I can look at. I can window shop. I cannot and will not pull the trigger on any of them because I just I would be jealous of myself for only having one of them or two of them and not being able to buy more of them. But what they put out, it's not just high quality sculpting or or it's not just amazing sculpting or high quality accessories or great design. It's fucking everything. Like they put everything into the aesthetics of these things, and yet somehow they make them utterly functional action figures too. Like easily could be left in a static pose and be amazing, or be amazing just standing there and actually being played with.
yeah,
Sometimes they can't. Sometimes companies can't find the balance there. But Four Horsemen stuff, gorgeous, and
it
it's
absolutely
small runs, so all of the high prices are actually justified. But some of
there
what they make, like some of the upcoming stuff, like there's a guy. It's like a deluxe. It's like a crab guy. I mean, he's fucking massive, and I'm
yeah,
like, oh man,
they
I kind of
there's
like that. Last year or the year before, there was like a there was like a she was like a specter, and
I saw that one.
yeah, you know which one I'm talking about.
I
She's
do.
like got like a white like fairy tale like a storybook dress on, and she looked fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't even like a Christmas story or the Christmas Carol, the Charles Dickens nonsense. I don't give a shit. But some of the action figures the Four Horsemen made from that, even those made me think, hmm, those are really nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's a couple figures. You
yeah.
mentioned the crab. There's from that same wave, there's a lion in like nine.
Oh, yeah.
I pre-ordered that.
Oh, yeah. You kind of need to. Some things you just have to have, and that's one of them.
Yeah, no, I saw
Definitely.
that one. I'm like, ooh, I need that fig. It's a beautiful figure. Um, they have some Egyptian figures that are out right now that would go really well with Operation Monster Force. And
Oh, yeah. The Forgotten King needs
I
some minions.
yeah, and
Um,
I almost bought the Anubis figure. I'm like, oh, maybe if it goes on clearance, I'll get it. It's not going to go on clearance.
You never
Some,
know. Just don't hold your breath waiting.
yeah, some of their stuff does eventually go on clearance, but not very often. Most of the time it sells
And
out.
often not the ones that you're really hoping will.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, no, it's their stuff is fantastic. It's high quality stuff. It's the paint apps are amazing. The sculpting's amazing. The playability is fantastic. I wouldn't even begin to like try and customize it because it's you don't need to.
Now I was gonna say, what would you do with it, really?
Yeah,
It would be one of those things that if I decided to customize it, I think I would talk myself out of it. I'd be worried about actually fucking it up because it's one thing if I start a custom that doesn't go anywhere because it's not they're just they're I bought it to customize, but it's no big deal if it doesn't go well.
right.
If you invest in like a four horseman figure, you can't fuck that custom up because if you do, you're gonna be pissed at yourself forever. I mean, can you imagine? I just like imagine doing a repaint on something. You're like, boy, it looked good when I was doing it, but I'm really not happy with this. That would be terrible.
I
That
did
would be
that once.
tragic.
And it I because I did that's what I got that figure from Marcus was that female knight. And I
Oh yeah.
did it and I started it and I hated everything about it. And I threw it in a bin and it sat there for years until a couple years after um well it might not have been a couple shortly after I got an airbrush.
Ah, okay.
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
let's try this again. And then I got a brand of paint that's one that I don't typically normally use, and it's finicky to use. It's not difficult, but it needs an undercoat and it needs a top coat and it needs a sealant. So I mean, it's high maintenance paint, and it worked really well.
For that custom, I'm
Yeah.
guessing that does not inspired you to do more customs of them.
No, but like you said, they're nice figures, but you pay they're expensive. You get what you pay for. Don't get me wrong. I am not complaining about the price by any stretch of the imagination because you 100% get what you pay for on it. But it's not like I don't it's hard for me to customize in that scale just because I don't have fodder. So I don't that's one of the main reasons I don't customize 1/12 scale stuff is I just don't have the fodder base to customize stuff.
well, and I imagine a lot of that stuff, if you buy it, you could customize it, but you wouldn't need to. Like, what would you do with it to make? There's nothing I could do with it to improve it. So, um,
So yeah, like the figure that Marcus sent is one of their like lower tier basic figures. So
okay.
I was able to it had a real simple paint job. Nothing over the top. So I was able to improve the paint significantly. No washes, no dry brushing, anything like that on it. So my paint job is better than what was on the factory paint job. But again, it was like lowest tier army builder, cheap as they come kind of figures when it came
It
out.
did that custom have like purplish black armor? Is that okay? I am remembering the right custom then. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought so. Um, yeah, it's like an elf in a helmet, right?
yeah, it's a female vampire.
Oh, vampire. Okay. Yeah, that's the figure I was thinking of. Oh, it's the ears. That's why I thought it was an elf.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's fucking cool. Um,
Yeah, so I used a metallic purple and silver. Um, the card art is all my design, so that I actually used a picture of the figure for the card art. Um, and then just I don't know, generic background I think that I found. But yeah, I fucking love these figures. The The detail on him is phenomenal. Even just as the basic figure, the sculpting on it is fantastic. So, um, I should pose that with my scapular figure at some point in time because these are clamshells, so I can get into the figure. So it's here you go.
Oh, fuck yeah. Ooh, dude, they should fight each other.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Um, that would be an epic encounter. Because that
Yeah, 'cause-
skeleton has every weapon under the sun attached to it. So,
well, in this one, I mean, she comes with
oh
these
shit.
these two blades that go together.
Oh shit, they connect. Oh, how Darth Maul. That's amazing.
Yeah, like Darth Maulish. We've got
Oh,
an armored head, and then like a fucking claymore, like Kurgan
Jesus.
style claymore too.
Holy
So
shit.
yeah,
Um,
she comes with some decent gear herself.
holy shit.
Like I said, this is one of their basic figures, and this is the
Did you
stuff she comes
did
with.
you paint the accessories or are they just the way they
No,
were?
no, I painted I
Oh
painted.
wow. Well, I know you generally do paint everything, but they just coming from them, I wasn't sure if that was actually like stock.
No,
I'll tell you what, actually, my classified dice would like to have a word with you about obtaining that bow that put together bow staff with the blades.
not a chance. I don't.
That's really fucking cool. Um, because he is the bow staff ninja, and suddenly because I do have a bow staff for him. Like he came with one, but I think I gave him a Ninja Turtle one. But now I want to find one that has blades on the end of it too. Um,
You might
that's
be able
fucking
to
cool.
find loose accessories. That's one of the things that I just did a quick search for a sword that I liked for my for the skeleton guy and was able to find a sword that I liked for a reasonable price. So I mean the people do part out the only thing like somebody was selling all of the parts for this guy separately individually except the mask that I lost.
Oh come on! What the fuck? Oh
And
god!
it's like, I don't care how much that guy would have asked for that mask because I would have fucking bought it since I lost mine. And I'm just sure that Jack ate it. So, because he was cleaning out the chair just after I got up, and I had been eating popcorn while I was opening it, so I probably dropped a couple pieces of popcorn. So I think he got popcorn and the mask all at one time. So
Yeah, you're probably not gonna find that again. Don't go looking for it. um,
if I'm lucky, it fell into the chair, and I'll find it at some point in time. But if not, I think Jack ate it. So
damn it.
yeah.
Um, actually, you know, one of my Marvel Legends figures, Warpath, he came with two gigantic shoulder pads. I can't find one of them. And I'm like, well, fuck, that's really annoying because it's going to be distracting if he's only wearing one of them. I never thought about it. I should go on eBay, see if I can find the missing shoulder pad by itself. That's a good idea, Nirvad. Thank you.
Yeah,
Um,
I was they had every
do
accessory for
that.
this guy except the one that I needed, unfortunately. So I'm gonna check back occasionally and see if anybody puts one up for sale. But I'm not holding my breath because it's probably if I lost it, somebody else did too.
Yeah. Oh, very likely. Yeah. Yeah. Um,
But I think that's all we have for this particular episode.
yeah. Yeah.
I
Um,
we were going to do another show once some of the stuff that I had planned on unboxing shows up, and then we'll do a review of Mandalorian and Grogu. Um, I was going to ask if you started watching season 2 of Fallout yet.
I have not. Um, I need to, but there's just so many things that are on my watch list, and so often that I take naps during things that I watch and have to go back to the beginning, rewatch stuff. So
Yeah.
I will get there eventually, damn it. Um, I'm still in season 3 of The Boys. I have to go back to it.
I I lost track of where I was on the boys, so I'm planning on starting over within the next couple of days myself.
Yeah, it's funny. I was in season I started season 3 um last month, but it had been so long since I had watched most of season 2 that I actually had to backtrack, and I wound up going back to the beginning of the season and just rewatching and I was glad that I did. Um so now I need to get back to season 3 before I have a repeat of that going into season 4. So because it's a great show, but I
Yeah.
love Carl Urban. I like him in everything he's ever been in. So
Uh,
um
he is here this weekend. This is the first year in a number of years that my wife and I decided to skip Denver Comic Con because when we were making plans for the year, the announcements were completely lackluster, and we decided that we didn't really need to go. And then after we had made other plans, they had a whole bunch of guest announcements that I wanted to see, and I'm like, oh,
oh fuck.
because um Gillian Anderson is here this weekend,
Oh no shit.
and
Okay.
David
I didn't know
Duchovny,
she did conventions. Okay.
and David Duchovny is here, and I've done custom
What?
both of those.
I was gonna say, oh, Scully and Mulder in the same place. Holy shit.
They have like five or six people from X-Files at the convention this weekend. They and Dolph Lundgren is here, and
Oh
he
shit.
I'm pissed because he is on my list of people that I'm like, if he comes, I'll go see him. And we'd already not
Oh,
budgeted for it. So I'm like,
those are the guests you wish that they could book first and
yeah.
announce all like the other people later. I
Because,
mean, a lot of times they don't announce them until they take a while to secure, but that sucks.
well, and most of the guests that they had listed already when we were deciding whether or not to go had been here before. They'd had them
uh,
as guests. And it's like, what is this rerun year or something? So we're like, nah, fuck it. And then, 2 months later, here's all these people that, yeah, I would have had to make a decision on who I would wanted to go see and who I didn't. Because I would have paid for like the photo. They probably would have done a photo op of Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny together, and I would have done that and had each of them hold the figures that I've made, and that would have been a cool photo.
it fell out of the fucking package. It wasn't taped in. Eclipso's hand that holds the diamond. For one, in the package, it looked like a closed fist.
Yeah.
And I picked up the tray to make sure I had taken everything out of it, and I found it underneath the tray. Yeah, it wasn't taped. Um, Son of a bitch. So
Well, that saves you from having to customize it.
yeah, although to be fair, I think I need to make it a little shinier, a little blingier, just a little bit. Like it's a black diamond, but it needs to shine. So I think I'm gonna have to put a I think I'm gonna have to paint it black and dry brush it silver.
I
Because
would
right
do
now it's just
I would
what's that?
what I would do is I would paint it chrome and then do a Nolan oil wash on it.
Ooh, actually, yeah, that's a good idea.
That that's how I would paint it.
Um, yeah, because I do. You mean like with the chrome pens? Good, because I have one of those.
Or or
Yeah,
just
so,
or just silver paint and then do a wash over it. I would do like several washes over it. So do a wash, let it dry, do a wash, let it dry, do a wash, let it dry, and
uh,
then that will make it look like a black diamond.
but unfortunately now with this hand, the wrist joint is just slightly more obvious, but that's okay because he has the diamond. So I'm gonna have to suck it up and go with it. Um, all right, good. So the packaging might suck, but I'm glad I found it and like the vacuum cleaner didn't get it or something. I would have been pissed if I'd been looking at the figure later online and realized that the hand was there. Um, wow.
Or have the
So,
dog eat it,
um,
like the neck for my guy, because I'm
yeah.
in it. So
I I really hope that when you go into that furniture that you actually do find it, like it's just stuffed in the back or something. Because
I've looked a couple of times, but if it's in there, it's going to be in the couch where you can't get at it, and I'll never see.
it's it's stuck in a loose seam or something.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah.
Um,
So, all right, I think that's about all we got for this particular episode.
yep.
Stay tuned. We do have other stuff planned. The customizing challenge is still happening. We're just waiting on parts. And um yeah, I think that's all we got for this particular episode. So as always, please do that fun social media stuff. Like, share, subscribe, comment below, and thanks for watching.
Thanks everybody.